So I'll just share the equivalency, the context of both rules actually.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, example, I can give you example. So when you assign a course, let's take a course A and a course B are there. Okay.
Okay.
So when we assign course A to learner, instead the learner completes course B, which is equivalent to the course A. Okay. The learner gets an equivalent record of course A, which closes the assignment. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, we have created two courses. Both are similar kind of courses. So, and we have assigned among two. We have assigned one to employee. Okay, to complete that. But instead of that, employee completes the other one, which is equivalent course to A actually. So here, the learner will be getting an equivalent record for course A completion, which closes the assignment. Because since an employee has completed equivalent course from what you have assigned, the assignment will be considered as completed actually. We can actually close the assignment actually. So creating a record based on the equivalent the course is something like which satisfies the kind of prerequisite that we have for course A, which was completed by employee on the course B actually. Okay, whatever the credit requirements or any kind of completion requirements that learning team has for course A, the same will apply for course B also. Okay, so when you assign a course A to employee, an employee completes course B, which makes that employee has completed course B, that will be meeting the needs of learning team actually, learning administrative team. Okay, so only the thing here is the actual one that is assigned to employee will not be completed, but which is equivalent to the assignment of whatever course that was assigned to employee was completed. Okay, here the goal is met actually. The goal is met. Only the thing is, actual assigned course was not completed, but the other course, which was equivalent to that course, was completed by an employee. Okay. So here, course A will appear in the required for you slider based on the expiration date that employee has. So when employee views course A, will be actually populating, and learner can also view both courses. Okay, but basically, since employee has completed course B, even the course B also will be populated actually. Okay, so whenever employee completes one or more courses that are equivalent to a particular content, Workday displays an equivalency status on a kind of image, a thumbnail image will be populated on the content. So that display the status to indicate that employees don't need to complete the content because they've already earned the equivalency from the another content actually. Okay, so that's a kind of message Workday will be populating. So here the status will be displayed when employees have not interacted with any of the content. Okay, if they enroll in start or complete the content.
Okay.
Generally two courses, when two equivalency courses when employee is completed. If employee is able to complete one, irrespective of the actual one, the consideration is goal is met actually. Okay, so because employee has completed whatever the requisites are there for completing the course actually, the same credits employee will be getting instead of the other, the same kind of value that employee will be getting, same kind of learning credits employee will be getting. So there is no difference. Only the thing is, apart from the actual one, employee is completed, the other one, which is equivalent actually. So we will be creating such kind of rules here. Okay, so that will make employee to go with the equivalency rules actually. Okay.
Okay. What is the benefit, Amit?
So
it
here
should be capture anything in the recording or report something?
Yeah, it will be capturing in the report. Okay, if we have, it will be captured in the report. It will be captured in the completions. Everything will be captured actually.
Yeah, in my current LMS, I don't see any rules. That's why it's very new to me to understand.
Yeah, so that's where we call it as a kind of equivalency rule, which make employee to actually uh, get a kind of credit which is equivalent to the course that was assigned to employee actually. Okay, so let's say you assigned let's say Microsoft Basics and Excel Basics. Okay, these are the two courses. Okay, so now these two courses you were assigned, and you were asking me that complete Microsoft Basics should be completed as a kind of target date before a week or not. Okay. Now for me personally, I know the Microsoft Basics and I'm clear on that. So instead of actually doing that one, I'll be completing Excel Basics actually. Okay, which is equivalent to that one. Okay, Microsoft and Excel Basics are equivalent, and the Microsoft I'm aware of that. Hence, I went for Excel Basics. I've completed that one. So the same kind of credit, whatever actually required for this particular quarter. Okay, so something has to be completed for this quarter actually. Okay, so the same kind of credits, same kind of content completions which I'm completing this quarter can be achieved because I've completed something that is equivalent to the course that is assigned to me. So whatever credit that I'll be getting by completing the actual one, the same credit I got by completing the one that I did actually outside of my assignment. I did. So I'll be getting the same kind of credits that I'll be needing to complete in this quarter per learning administrative team. So I achieved my goal actually. So for next quarter, I'll be taking care of the other thing that will be left over actually. So that is nothing but a kind of equivalency rules actually we actually define, and based on that, employee will be able to handle equivalent courses that can be taken actually. Does this make sense?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so now we'll try to configure this one and see how it works. So there is a task called there is a task called create learning equivalency rules.
Okay.
On this and select singular equivalency rules, which enables you to add multiple contents into the source and target fields. Now the second one is select group equivalency rule, which enables you to make multiple contents equivalent to each other quickly, so that learners, employees can actually gain the equivalency in multiple courses. So you'll be setting up the courses now. You will select single equivalency rule. The source is nothing but the learning content that learners must complete to achieve, which are nothing but courses actually. So where
whether a digital course or blended course.
Yes, yeah. You can actually select multiple courses here. Let's take Workday. So Workday Learning.
This is course now, Amit.
What is that?
This is course, right? What you are selecting?
Yeah, well, I'm selecting source actually. So what is the learning equivalency rule? completing one course that is equivalent to other. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the reason we are selecting courses actually.
Okay.
So we were seeing a digital and blended. Even if you go there also, we'll be seeing these courses only. Instead of that, I'm finding by search the course actual course names.
Okay.
Okay. These are the two courses that we have, which will actually create an equivalency rule for this one.
Okay.
And target is so probably here we can actually take Workday HCM fundamentals so that would be the target. Okay. So here that is a source and this is a target actually. So we what will be assigning to employee. Okay.
Okay.
So here two-way in the sense which actually makes a kind of understanding for an employee that employee can take this content either source or target to achieve equivalency in either action. Okay. In order to complete this course, employee can take either of those actually. There's a reason why we select it as two-way. If you're not selecting it two-way, it is one-way. Employee can select only the one that is
one course.
Yeah. Okay. And so here you can actually have kind of feature like if employee wanted to go for targeted course, but employee has completed this one. So employee will be able to complete that because of the two-way that we have actually selected here. Okay. If we have not selected this one, whatever that employee is supposed to can complete the one, the other one cannot actually.
Okay.
The other course,
so we have to check that box.
Yeah. So that's the reason why we actually select two-way so that employee can actually take care of the two courses. So the option applies. This option is applied for only singular one. But if you go for this one group equivalence rule, this will not be applied actually. Okay. You'll not be able to see. You'll not be able to see that two-way checkbox here.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll be selecting that again. So you understood, right? Why we go for equivalency rule?
Yes.
We will give some effective data first of April. Display equivalency record in the learning history. Okay. And display equivalency options on course. Okay. Now when you submit this one, you can see this is now completed. Okay. Now as a result, what you can do is Workday routes the learning equivalency rule. Since there is no business process configuration, it has not went for any approval. It instantly completed actually. Okay, there is no kind of any kind of business process approval from manager or for any of the seniors. We don't have any kind of approvals. Automatically, when this was submitted, it get completed actually.
Okay. See, as an admin, we created this rule, right? And we have to assign that or assign to users, no, or learners.
So you have created this role actually. Now, so whenever manage equivalence rule is nothing but unique for a tenant level actually. It is assigned at tenant level. Okay. So when employee completes, okay, either this one or this one, the equivalency rule will apply now. Okay. This is for every employee, not for just one employee. That's the reason why I said, right? The rule is at tenant level actually. Okay. This is not at employee level. Okay. This rule is configured at tenant level where every employee will be able to utilize this option actually. Okay. If employee has to complete either of the one, can do because of the equivalency rule that we have created actually.
Okay.
Okay. This is not for individual employee that you can assign. Campaign is nothing but where you can assign for individual employee. But equivalency rule is not for a specific employee. It applies at tenant level actually, at Workday instance level. Across the system level, it applies actually. Every employee can come in. So that's what equivalency rule talks about.
Okay.
Now, if I actually see, if you can access the task called manage equivalency rules. So you can see the one that we would have created will be added here. So you can see here, source content and target content is one thing that we have added, which will be active now. Okay, so any employee can go and take this source or target, which would be a kind of two-way content. Okay. Now, if you see another report, which is nothing but manage learning content. So here you can see we have equivalency rule that we have created, right? We can actually select that. Where is view content? Let me try from the search. Content. So this is something, you know, when you're not able to find, when you search something on the search bar, you can actually come into the categories. Actually, you can actually come into the categories and check. Since you're looking for learning categories, you can actually click on more, and you should be getting something related to learning. Actually, okay. So if you click on learning, if this comes under this category, whatever you are searching for learning, it will be showing the number of searches actually here. Okay. So now what we were trying to do is we were trying to access a task called Manage learning equivalency rules.
Yeah.
This one, and then accessing this one. Let's see. So view, you can actually see here for each of the course. You can see Introduction to Workday Learning, view equivalencies. So Workday heads here. Okay. You can actually see Introduction to Workday Learning was something that we actually accessed. Okay. If you go for the equivalence thing, we should be finding this is the equivalent option. You can complete this equivalent course instead of the selected course also, is what it is saying. And similarly, if you go for other one that we've created, Workday HCM, if you go for view equivalences,
there is an alternative option.
So you can see Introduction to Workday Learning. You can complete this equivalent course instead of the others. So because we made that configuration, right? Equivalency rules. So we have selected two courses. So one can take instead of the other.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you go for any kind of Workday certification, okay. If you are attending for any kind of Workday certification now, so you have opted for Workday Learning. Okay. Workday Learning independent is a kind of learning certification that you opted for. Okay. But you also have an option, equivalency option, that Workday Learning on demand. Okay. So on demand, independent in the sense, however you want, on your own, you can actually do. On demand in the sense, it's an instructor one who will be available, who will be sharing the PDF documentation for you. So this is one of the equivalency course that you also have. So instead of that, you can also take that. Okay. So that's a kind of an equivalency course that you're setting up. That's what we have done now. Okay. So tomorrow, when you're attending any kind of interview, what was the core configuration that you have done? If someone asks you, so there is a valid point for you. Okay. So we have there is a kind of requirement that we got that business was asking two courses to be created and have these two courses under equivalency rules, because they wanted to have any of this course can be completed when we assign this to employee. When any of this course is assigned to employee, they can actually complete either of them, because both are equivalent courses. So we've created equivalency rules as per the business requirement. An employee has a kind of choice. They can go for either of the course as per their choice, is what I can answer.
Got it.
Clear, right?
Yeah.
Generally, you shouldn't have seen this in your current system, but Workday offers this actually.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, so that would help you when actually select any kind of multiple courses that meets the equivalency rules. You can actually have an option to select one instead of the other.
Okay.
This is all. You can actually note down the configurations. Okay, you can actually note down the configurations like equivalency rule. Just note down that, and probably when you're viewing the recording, you can get the content. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can actually add a kind of skills in your resume. So what are the core configuration that you made? So you can actually add all these things. Drop configuration, equivalency configuration, all these configurations that you're familiar. No need that you need to be familiar with the configurations, but you know the content actually, how it behaves, what is the kind of objective of the configuration and all, you're aware. That's what it is needed for you.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. That's the equivalency rule. Now we'll be covering something similar actually.
Okay.
which is prerequisite role.
Prerequisites.
Okay. So the context here is we will create prerequisite rules that can define completion of one or more courses or program. Let's say you're subscribed for Workday Learning Course actually. Okay, so with Workday. Okay, but in order to complete this Workday Learning Course, there is a prerequisite for you. Okay, so there is something called Workday Basics. It's something prerequisite that you have to complete. Only when you complete Workday Basics, then only you'll be able to apply for Workday Learning. Is a kind of prerequisites actually. So generally,
Okay.
we'll be seeing this
Got it.
with Workday certifications. Okay, so people wanted to learn Workday integration skills actually. Okay, so but Workday would have kept a kind of prerequisite. If you wanted to learn Workday integrations, you need to have you need to complete our prerequisite Workday reporting.
Okay.
So only when employee completes the prerequisite, employee will be eligible to take Workday integrations. So here we are setting up the prerequisite for the actual course.
Okay.
When employee completes the prerequisite, then only they'll be able to do the other one. So this will be in real time also you'll be seeing from customers actually. Okay. So let's say you're assigning onboarding courses to employees. Okay. So one is first week of the course, the other one is second week of the course, the other one is third week of the course. Okay. So when employee tries to go for second week, the employee did not complete the first week one, but employee is trying to attempt the second week one. So there should be an error throwing that this course has a prerequisite first week one. If you complete first week one, then only you can come to second week one.
Okay.
Because the first week course is a prerequisite of second week one.
Yeah, got it.
That was the configuration. That is the basic context of the configuration. Okay, both whatever we have seen, equivalency ones and prerequisites are same actually. But only the thing is, there you can do both. Either of the one you can do. Here you can do only one.
We are navigating. It's just like a forced navigation. Unless you complete the first one, you can't go to next.
You can't go to the second one.
Yeah.
But there, what is the kind of rule we are doing? You can complete one. When you complete one, no need of doing the other one because that is equivalent to the other one.
Yeah, either of the course we can take.
Yeah, there's a difference between equivalency and prerequisite rules.
Okay.
Makes sense, right?
Yes, yes.
So we'll be performing configuration on this. So we have a task called create learning prerequisite rule actually. Okay. So what is the task? Create learning prerequisite rule. You can see. So we have so this is the target content is the actual course that you need to have. Okay. So we are actually giving the target course actually, which is Workday Learning. Okay. In order to complete this one, employee should complete the prerequisite called Workday Basics. Okay, Workday SCM fundamentals is something that we'll be giving. Okay. So now
Amit, we can add multiple target contents.
we can add multiple also. We can add multiple prerequisites also. You can do.
Okay.
You can add road track also. You can do. Okay. You can add multiple. Click on OK. Now we have created a prerequisite rule now. Okay. Now when I go to this course, I should be seeing a prerequisite that only when you complete these two, then only you can go for completing this course. Okay. Now go for this course. You can also search course from the take the course name from here. And you can actually search from the search bar also. When you search for this course, don't populate on the search, but you need to go for categories actually. You can go for categories, more categories, and learning. Okay. So introduction to Workday Learning. Introduction to Workday Learning. Okay. When I access this course, I will be seeing this course has a prerequisite. Okay. New prerequisites. If I click on this one, we should be seeing option 1, option 2. I think this was already configured, I believe. We have not configured this one. We have configured this one. Okay. You can see option 2. Whatever we have configured, we are seeing here. Okay. So we didn't know the first one was configured, but the second one, when we actually configured, it is showing as an option 2. So you can actually add multiple options. Either this was one, previously it was added. Employee can actually go for this one, or employee can also go for option 2. When an employee complete these two, they can actually go directly for this course to complete.
Induction to work learning. Yeah.
That's something called prerequisite. Okay. Even this one, this is at tenant level, not at employee level. Okay. An employee goes to subscribe this one, it will be showing a prerequisite. You need to complete these prerequisites, then only you'll be able to go for this one. So this is also a tenant level only. Okay.
Got it.
So these are the two core configurations which will be adding strength to your resume. Okay. Okay. So the other one, yesterday we were discussing on something called transcripts, right?
Yeah. Transcript, manage waitlist, and assessment. Assessment, you told you will check and come back.
Yeah. So transcripts, we have kind of delivered things actually. If you go for learning, so whatever employee has completed this, you should be seeing it here. But employee, there is nothing employee completed. But we can actually, since I am a learning admin, what I can do is I can mark something as complete. Okay, I can go to related actions. Okay, I can manage enrollment completion. Okay, so I can, once I click on this one, employee will be able to complete this. Even you will be having access when you are a Workday Learning Administrator. Okay, if you wanted to complete forceful completion. Okay. So you can actually go to the related actions of that course, manage enrollment completion, click on this, confirm, and click on OK. Now, this will be completed with employee record. Now, if you go to the employee record, you should be seeing complete actually. Where is that one that has gone? enrollment. What is the course that we did? If we do one more course to see Workday BP integrations, let me see. Conclusion. Let's start it. Integrations completed. Okay.
Yeah.
I should be seeing something in the completions actually. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you wanted to actually do a kind of, if you go to learning admin dashboard, or as a learner also, you have something to generate a transcript actually. So go to homepage. As an employee, learning and my learnings. Here you can see view learning transcript. Okay. Click on the review learning transcript. So when you click on that view learning transcript, whatever that you've completed, you can actually generate a transcript for that one. Okay. You can see here, the transcript has got generated, which actually shows the complete status of the learnings actually. Okay. Generally, since this is a training tenant, you're seeing more actually. But if it is actual tenant, you should be seeing whatever that are there in the tenant actually. Okay. You can see a kind of transcript has got generated, which shows what employee has enrolled, what employee has completed, what employee has not completed. Okay. So you can see the completed ones you can see. The one that are in progress you can see. The one that are not in progress, which are in not started state, you can see.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's nothing but a kind of transcript actually. So this is a delivered one, what Workday offers actually. Okay. What we have, we can actually make, Workday has given a kind of flexibility that we can create our own kind of certificate as how we wanted to have. Kind of logos that we wanted, we can add content that we wanted to add. So we can actually do a kind of our own kind of setup, however we wanted to have with the learning transcript. That's what I was telling you yesterday. So customers will giving their own kind of requirements that they wanted to have a transcript with employee details, with manager details, with where the employee belonging to, which team, which manager, which department, kind of things. You can actually add in the transcript and have it prepared.
Okay.
So this is something a kind of transcript. Where you can actually find the transcript, if you go to learning application, my learning, and you can actually see transcript option here. Okay, view learning transcript. In your learning history, access your learning transcript to view a record of your learning.
Is this admin view or learning view?
This is an employee view. Employee can actually find their own certificate, actually, transcript. Okay. And as a learning admin also, you should be having some extra options, but let me go back to the app. Yes, so if you click on learning admin, learning admin has a lot of other options than just what is there for an employee. Okay, they can actually view anything. They don't have a kind of transcript generation, because transcript is nothing but self-service, right? Which employee wanted to generate for their own completions. Okay, so admin cannot do that, because that's something, a self-service record, right? If I wanted to get my learning transcript for the courses that I've completed, I have access to generate them. Not learning admin can do that for me, right?
Okay.
So because all the completions that I've done will be sitting in my Workday, not learning admin. Okay, so I'll have an access to generate transcript for all the courses that I've completed, for all the courses that are in progress, for all the courses that are not started.
Okay.
So that's nothing but a kind of transcripts where you can actually view. Okay.
Okay.
And that would be kind of core concepts which we can consider, and probably in our next sessions we'll actually focus some of the major things which we are left with. So today we have covered equivalency rules and prerequisites, and I got the content from them actually. So learning instructors we have created, and learning dashboards we have seen, validations we have seen, drop course categories we have seen, okay, and topics we have seen, dashboard worklets we have seen. Learning security is not something you need actually, because you're going into learning operations, right? You will not be taking care of any of the security stuff. So that is not required for you. And segment security also is not required for you. Okay. And configure setup security for learning also. That's part of implementation actually, where you'll not be involved in the implementation of the system. So that is also not required. Okay. And security in learning also is not required. So we have something called setup. Pricing enablement is something that we can actually cover. Pricing enablement and pricing for learning, and restrict access for learning content is something also related to security, which you will be not needing. So we'll actually focus on pricing enablement and configure setup pricing enablement learning, and any kind of payment configurations. If you're enrolling for a cost associated courses, what are the payment configurations can be? So we'll be covering these three. And also we have lessons we did discuss, and managing learning content is nothing but creating courses we did discuss, campaigns we did discuss, and learner name and packaged content is something we'll be discussing. Learning courses we discussed, course offering we discussed, and instructor-led classroom training online, okay, which we did not see, but we can see. Okay, learning programs we created, and the learning content we edited. Equivalency rules, prerequisite rules we have just discussed today, and enrollments we did perform some kind of enrollments, and mass learning enrollments also we did discuss, and drop enrollments we did see, right? Dropping the enrollments when employee is not interested to, so we did cover that. Listing is something we need to do, and enrollment completion we just did now. Okay, so when employee has enrolled, we went to employee enrollment and did forceful completion. You did see that, right? How we can actually do a kind of forceful completion when employee content is in progress or not started. We can actually do completion by going to the related actions of that one and complete that one. Okay. So, and we have something called expiry periods.
If we give the option to employees without they going, they just complete the course, no? I mean,
no, this option employee will not have. This is option for learning admins.
Oh, okay.
So whatever that I've shown you, right?
Then then it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, the employee will not have all this access.
The transcript employees.
Yeah, transcript one employee will have because it's on their own completions, right? If they wanted to see a complete record of their completion, they can generate a transcript and see.